So here we are, episode 4 of this series of 24. Ask, the key to a better life. We found the 4 nucleus, the 4 components that help people become more successful or live a better life. And it starts with that inner dialogue, that inner conversation, which then determines our thoughts. And our thoughts, the things we think about on a consistent basis, will drive our focus, which ultimately determines the actions that we take. And those actions will either get us closer to or further away from the goals and dreams that we want to live a better life. So here we had this first component, this inner dialogue, and it was where I was focused because I could not figure out why this whole process didn't work for everyone. And I was asked to actually do a TEDx talk. And as I'm sitting there talking, going through, getting ready for that talk, and looking at all these components, I was trying to figure out the answer. Why doesn't this work for everybody? Why, as simple as this seems, couldn't everybody benefit? Why doesn't it work? And it was that question that determined the missing piece, because I couldn't come up with an answer until I realized that the inner dialogue, that conversation we have in our heads, isn't a dialogue at all. I mean, we don't have 2 people in our heads having a conversation, right? What's actually going on inside your mind is literally questions and answers. You're asking questions and getting answers. The questions come in the form because of what's happening or what's going on around you, and the answers are based on your life experience and your environment and the way you were brought up and your values and beliefs and all those things. And it happens in a microsecond over and over and over again. I mean, right now you're asking yourself, does what he says make sense? Is it really that simple? Is this all I need to do to become successful? These questions are coming and going all the time. We just don't do anything about them. We let them happen. They're subconscious. They happen almost instinctively. And what I thought was, what if we could control the questions? Because here's the thing, when things are going well in your life, you're asking good questions. The answers you get are serving you. Life is good, right? That's great. But when things start to turn past that tipping point, even if it's just a little bit of sadness or frustration or really angry or catastrophic, whatever, it's when things start to go bad that the questions you're asking aren't serving you and the answers you're getting are leading you further away from your goals and dreams. But what if at that moment, when we get past that tipping point, we could learn to ask different questions, better questions? When I did the TEDx talk, I called it motivestions. This idea of motivating questions, questions that motivate you towards your goals and dreams. But the point is, it's about learning to control the questions that are coming into your brain and into your mind and asking different ones, better ones, until you find the answers that help you ultimately have better thoughts, focus on the things you need to focus on, and take the action you need to take. And that's it. That's the simple piece of it. It's the questions that drive the conversation in our head, which drives our thoughts and our focus and our actions, and ultimately determine whether or not we are successful, or, in our case, live a better life. Learning how to control those questions, learning how to ask better questions, is what the rest of this series is all about. We're going to delve into every area of your life. It doesn't matter which area you want to improve and have a better life on. This works. This is the key nucleus to what makes people successful. The people who are happier in life and have more success in life in whatever area of their life have learned how to ask better questions. They've learned how to take control of that conversation in their heads, to drive the thoughts and focus and actions to ultimately get the outcomes they want. We're going to start to delve into those areas on the next episode of 24.